Logan Lucky is a film that takes place in a post-apocalyptic world. It once again stars Hugh Jackman as Logan. He has come back from the dead and he is ready to avenge his death and protect his daughter from a new threat that emerges in Canada. And that is not what this movie's about. We all know that Logan was a lot of things. Lucky ain't one of them. But don't lie, you were a little bit intrigued by that plot synopsis right there. That's alright, you can tell me. What Logan Lucky actually is it's a robbery movie directed by Steven Soderbergh. In this movie, you have Channing Tatum and Adam Driver. They play a pair of brothers, the Logan brothers. And the Logan brothers are very unlucky people. So they decide, hey, let's change our luck and let's pull off a robbery. Supposedly some vault during the NASCAR races where all the concessions money goes, and so they decide they're going to rob that bank vault. They recruit a bunch of other people, including Daniel Craig, including their own sister. So we have a heist / robbery movie that takes place during a NASCAR speedway event. Best way I can describe this movie is that, okay, it takes a premise like that, like a big heist, big robbery movie that takes place during a NASCAR speedway event. Like, it seems like that would be like a big summer blockbuster type of movie. Definitely elements of this movie, like the premise and the plot, that feel like they were pulled from like a fun summer movie. Instead, the way that it's directed and the way that it's filmed and shot, it almost feels like an independent summer blockbuster movie, which is kind of unique. I'm not familiar with a lot of Steven Soderbergh's other work. I have heard about him before. I really love the way he directed this film. Gorgeously shot movie. I mean, this movie looks really, really, really good. I love the shots that he used in this movie. When I see good cinematography, I noticed that shit, and I noticed it in this movie. Everyone in this movie has like a really thick-ass southern accent, and there are some movies where you can tell like, oh, okay, well, that's a really bad sounding southern accent and they're just pulling it off for the camera. In this movie, the accents were so good that sometimes I forgot that these people in real life don't actually have southern accents. And Daniel Craig, he pops in as somebody that they recruit to help them with this job, and he's one of the best parts of the movie, honestly. Planning and the execution and the whole thing where they're sitting around trying to figure out how they're going to pull off this heist, those are some of the best parts of this movie. There definitely is a little bit of a southern Ocean's 11 vibe to this thing. I really liked Ocean's 11, so to me that's like a huge compliment. I really enjoyed that, and I really enjoyed the heist planning in this movie. Let's see, what else? Oh, their sister in the movie, Adam Driver and Channing Tatum's sister in the movie, I can't remember the actress's name off the top of my head. She was really hot. This movie gets points for that, too. And I also really like the relationship that they set up between Channing Tatum and his daughter. It was really sweet. It was really genuine. And that is the one part of the movie where I felt like an emotional connection, too. There also are a few chuckle-worthy moments in this movie, a few ha-ha moments, mostly involving Daniel Craig. This is a really good movie. I don't think it's as great as I hoped or wanted it to be. Part of that is tied to the humor in this thing. I just didn't laugh as much as I wanted to. Don't get me wrong, there are a few funny moments in this movie. There are a few moments where I was laughing. But in general, I think that a lot of the humor in this movie didn't really work for me. Some of the humor just comes off as very dry, and some of it comes off as very flat and uninspired, and then there are those awkward pauses that comedies have where they try to make you think that you're about to laugh, but then there's like an awkward pause because no one in the audience is laughing, and so you just kind of sit there going, wait, do I laugh? Was that supposed to be fun? Oh, ha ha ha! I don't think that was supposed to be funny. Also, outside of Channing Tatum, I mean, you kind of understand why he's doing this and why he's trying to pull off this big heist, but outside of that, it kind of feels like everybody just got together and was like, hey, it's Sunday, let's rob a bank vault. Why not? It'd be like me just hitting up my friends and be like, hey, what are you doing? Oh, you're not doing anything? Okay, well, let's just, let's go stick up a mall. If you're not doing anything, I mean, hell, I've got the blueprints for the mall. Let's do it. You don't really get much of an emotional connection. That's fine, because you can just be there for the entertainment factor alone, but I didn't really feel that invested in whether or not they succeeded or failed, and I think part of that is because the movie didn't really focus on the reasons as much for other people doing this as much as it did for Channing Tatum. Movie like this, there's always going to be a couple of plot holes. There is one in particular that threatened to break the entire movie in half in the second half of the movie. It's just something that I noticed, that I picked up on. I can't spoil it, obviously, but it was there. I'm just pointing that out for the movie. And Logan Lucky is well directed, well acted, with terrific music, and an interesting heist caper that takes place at a NASCAR speedway. Logan Lucky isn't quite going to get my highest rating. I will give it Man of Steel Silver Age, a few ticks away from greatness. My review for Logan Lucky. Let me know, have you seen it, and let me know what your favorite heist movie is. Stay tuned, I'll have a review for The Defenders Season 1 sometime tomorrow. Like and subscribe to the Superfan Show, and if you like what you see, tell me how you feel, and stay tuned to hear more from the Man of Steel. Peace!